You're early and signed in, so we can
Give me just a minute, Mr. Black. We're waiting for everybody to show up.
Can you hear us, Judge?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who are you going to go with first?
English, Your Honor. Horace Lewis English. I told Jeff we would do it.
Okay.
All right, Mr. English, if I can get you to raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir. So help me God.
Okay, Mr. English, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Horace Lewis English. Do you recognize that as being his will?
Yes, sir, I do.
And I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you, is that your father's signature on that document?
That is him.
Okay, and after the date that he made this will on July 10th of 2014, did he ever change it or revoke it?
No, he has not.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Black.
Thank you, sir. Mr. English, you're Alan Luke English, and you're the applicant for probate of the will and also the named executor in the will. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
You have reviewed this proof of death and other facts. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yes.
And it's your testimony to the court that all the facts stated therein are true and correct.
Yes,
Is that
sir.
right? You also are willing to serve as executor, and you know of no reason that you're not qualified to act as such. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes.
All right. Sign this proof here and oath here, please, sir. And Ms. Thibodeau is here, Your Honor. She will notarize the documents.
Very well, thank you. Who are you going to want to do next, Mr. Black?
Williams, Your Honor.
William?
Payne Williams.
Okay. Mr. English, I've just heard the notary stamp, so I've signed the order admitting your father's will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue letters testamentary. Those will give you authority to act on behalf of your father's estate. You'll use those to deal with financial institutions, real estate title companies, and so forth. Please make sure you cooperate with Mr. Black in getting him a listing of the assets of your father's estate because he has 90 days to file an inventory with the court, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, I hope everything goes well. And your brother, Michael English, did he go to TJ?
Mike, he went to Bishop Byrne.
Oh, Bishop Byrne. Okay, that's a different Mike English than I went to high school with at TJ.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you have a great day, and we will wait on Williams.
He's right here outside the door.
Shall I see right there?
Okay, sir. Who's off?
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Doing pretty well. How about you, sir?
I'm doing great. All right, if I can get you to raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Lillian Kane Williams. Do you recognize that as being her will?
Yes, I do.
And I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you, is that her signature on that document?
It is.
And after the date she made this will on May 23rd of the year 2000, did she ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir.
All right, go right ahead, Mr. Black.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Williams, you're Jeffrey A. Williams. You're
I
the
am.
applicant for probate of the will of your mother, Lillian Kane Williams, and you're the named executor in the will.
Yes.
And you have reviewed this proof of death and other facts that your testimony to the court that all the facts stated therein are true and correct.
Correct.
Right? You also are named, as I said, executor, and you're willing to serve in that capacity. You don't know of any reason that you're not qualified to act.
No, sir.
All right, if you'll sign the proof where your name is typed, the way it is typed, and also the oath. Your Honor, Ms. Williams lived to 102.
I saw that.
She did.
And in good shape, pretty much.
This one here.
Right. We'll do that after that.
Looked like she already stamped the proof. Is that correct, Mr. Black?
Yes, sir. Here goes the oath.
Okay, Mr. Williams, I have signed the order admitting your mother's will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue letters testamentary. Mr. Black will e-file your proof and your oath and get those letters for you that will give you authority to act on behalf of the estate. Just make sure you cooperate with him in getting him a listing of the assets of your mother's estate so he can prepare and file an inventory within 90 days. But I know he'll do a great job of guiding you through the process. So I hope everything goes well and you have a great rest of your week.
You too, sir. Thank you.
Take care. Okay, so we're going to go to Ramirez. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Let's see. You have, we sent this to you, you've already reviewed this, correct? Okay, then I'll just ask you that you have reviewed it when it's time to answer that question, rather than ask you which question.
Good morning, Mr. Ramirez.
Hello, how are you? Fine.
Good and well. Could I get you to raise your right hand, please, sir? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this cause relating to the will of Roy Ramirez shall be the truth to help you God?
Yes,
Mr. Ramirez, I'm going to hold up what's supposed to be the last will and testament of Roy Ramirez. Do you recognize that as being his will?
yes,
And I'm going to go to the signature page and ask you, is that his signature on that document?
yes.
After the date he made that will on May 9th of 2016, did he ever change it or revoke it?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Black.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Ramirez, you're Roy Ramirez. You're the brother of the deceased and you're the named executor in his
I'm the
will.
nephew.
I mean nephew, excuse
Yes.
me. And you're the named executor in the will.
Yes, I am.
You're willing to serve in that capacity and you know of no reason that you're not qualified to act,
That's true, yes.
correct?
Mhm.
You reviewed this proof of death and other facts.
Yes.
And is it your testimony to the court that all the facts stated herein are true and correct?
They are.
All right. If you will sign your name right here, please, the way it's typed, and also this oath.
All right.
Right here.
Okay, Mr. Ramirez, I've just signed the order admitting your uncle's will to probate and authorizing the Jefferson County Clerk to issue letters testamentary. Mr. Black will get you those letters that will give you authority to act on behalf of the estate. So if you need to deal with insurance companies, retirement companies, real estate title companies, anything like that, you'll use those letters to do so. Please make sure you cooperate with Mr. Black and get him a listing of the assets of your uncle's estate because he's going to have 90 days from today to file an inventory with the court, okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, I hope everything goes well. Is that your last one, Mr. Black?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, I hope y'all have a great week and call me if you need anything.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care now. Hey, Mr. DeVincio,
He has two. Sure.
Violette and LeBlanc.
Oh, it must be warm right now.
Hmm?
It's probably pretty warm right now.
Okay, Mr. DeVincio, Violette. Can you hear me, Mr. DeVincio?
Yes, Judge, good morning.
Can you see if you can turn up your volume a little bit on your? Which case is going to go first?
We have John Violet first.
All right, Ms. Rowan, if I could get you to raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth, so help you God? I tried to call you this morning, Mr. DeVindio, but they told me you were in with a client. I looked at my docket sheet and was surprised to see that John had passed away. He was a friend of mine. And I had spoken to him in July. We used to work out together at the YMCA, and I used to drive out to Port Acres to his house whenever he was gardening and to get a treasure trove of vegetables. But he told me when I talked to him in July that he'd given up on gardening. So in any event, I'm sorry to hear about his loss. I'm surprised I didn't see anything in the paper. I cannot hear her, Mr. DeVincio. You have to look directly at the laptop when you're speaking. I'm not sure what's wrong.
How about now? Can you hear me?
Yes, that's much better.
Okay. I think he'd been having some health issues. We were pretty shocked by what happened and what he did. So it was totally unexpected.
Well, he didn't mention anything to me about it. I'm sorry to hear it. He used to come up here to the courthouse all the time, and he and Judge Gerson and I would go to lunch.
Yeah, I knew that. So he will be missed.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to show you what purports to be the last will and testament of John F. Violette Sr. Do you recognize that as being his will?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you, is that his signature?
Yes, it is. It's very unique.
And after the date he made this will on April 11th of 2012, to your knowledge, did he ever change it or revoke it?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. DeVincio. If you're asking her a question, I can't hear you. And, let me ask you, since you're looking directly, had Mr. DeVinzio's provided you with a document called a proof of death and other facts. Have you read that? And is everything in there true and correct and within your personal knowledge?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and you agree to be bound by the oath that he's provided to you to well and truly perform your duties in administering the estate of your father. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay, if you will sign both those documents and let me know when they're notarized, please. Did you say something, Trent?
Said everything is signed and notarized.
All right, Ms. Rowan, I have signed the order admitting your father's will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue letters testamentary. Those letters will give you authority to act on behalf of the estate if you need to deal with financial institutions, real estate title companies, anything of that nature. Mr. DeVinzio is going to e-file your proof and your oath with the county clerk. He'll be able to get your letters for you. The thing you'll need to do is make sure you cooperate with him in getting him a listing of the assets of your father's estate, because he's going to have 90 days from today's date to file what's called an inventory appraisement and list of claims with the court. But otherwise, I hope everything goes well and you have safe travels back to Spring.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
All right, Mr. DeVincio, if you want to bring in the LeBlanc estate.
Yes, Judge, I'll get her. She's gonna know if she can pick up letters today.
Good morning, Ms. LeBlanc.
Good morning.
All right, Ms. LeBlanc, could I get you to raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth, so help you God? Okay, Ms. LeBlanc, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Joseph D. LeBlanc. Do you recognize that as being his will?
Yes.
And I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you, is that his signature on that document?
Yes.
And after the date he made this will on October 8th of 1976, did he ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. DeVincio.
Before we got started this morning, I gave you you guys finished review it, is that
Right.
correct? For all the facts here are true and correct and based
Yes.
on your personal knowledge.
Yes.
If you could sign right there, Velma J. LeBlanc. And then, wherein you promise to fulfill the obligations of the executors, are you willing to undertake that responsibility?
Yes.
You would sign right there, Velma J. LeBlanc, please.
Okay, Mrs. LeBlanc, they're going to notarize those and let me know when those are notarized. And when they do that, I'll sign the order admitting Mr. LeBlanc's will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue letters testamentary that'll give you authority to deal with Mr. LeBlanc's estate. I'm sure y'all were married a good long time,
Yes,
and
sir.
so you're familiar with it, but especially since his will was made 45 years ago. But
Right.
he'll get those letters from the county clerk, and the only thing you're going to need to do is make sure you cooperate with him in getting him a listing of the assets of the estate so that he can file an inventory with the court within 90 days. But I know Mr. DeVincio is going to do a good job of guiding you through the process. I'm so very sorry for your loss, and I hope everything goes well.
Thank you.
Okay. Mr. DeVincio, you might consider getting an external microphone for that thing before the next time we have here. All right, I hope y'all have a great day. And Trent, let me know if you need anything. If there's any way we can help, just give me a call. Take care now.
Introduce the next two. When I do justice hearings in Edmonds Court, I have the same problem. It might be the Wi-Fi.
Well, yeah, they do have terrible. They've had them out to work on it a bunch of times. Okay, he's got Joseph Nelson Charles and James Miller.
Popped in and popped out. Let's get the long back. Go to Brian Mills.
You go to Brian Mills.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Delaney. Good morning, Mr. Mills.
Morning, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Delaney, how are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Wonderful. Mr. Delaney, could I get you to raise your right hand, please, sir?
Sure.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this cause in the case of the will of Juanita Myrtle Delaney shall be the truth so help you God?
I do.
Okay, Mr. Delaney, I'm gonna hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Juanita Delaney. Do you recognize that as being her will?
Yes, sir, I do.
And I'm gonna go back to the signature page and ask you, is that her signature on that document?
Yes, sir, it is.
And after the date she made this will on March 21st of 2005, did she ever change it or revoke it?
Not that I'm aware of, sir.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Mills.
Mr. Delaney, you've got in front of you the proof of death and other facts. Have you read this document?
I have.
And did you find all the statements to be true and correct?
Yes, they are.
All right, and I'll ask you to sign your testimony there, just the way your name's typed. It's the notary. And then you'll sign your oath stating you'll carry out your duties as the independent executor. Judge, we've signed the proof and oath and have notarized those two documents.
Okay, Mr. Delaney, I have signed the order admitting your mother's will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue letters testamentary that'll give you authority to act on behalf of the estate. I know Mr. Mills is going to do a great job in guiding you through the process, but if you do the court a favor of cooperating with him and getting him a listing of the assets of your mother's estate, because he has 90 days to file an inventory with the court. But other than that, I hope everything goes well, and y'all let me know if you need any help with anything.
Thank you very much, Judge.
Thank you.
Y'all have a great week. Take care, Mr. Mills.
Take care.
Mr. Deussler is back on.
Okay, let's go to Mr. Deussler. Connecting the audio.
I think so. Can you hear us?
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, Judge, who do you want to take first?
Whichever one you got Miller and Charles, whichever one you want, let me know.
All right, well, I've got Ms. Miller right here,
All right.
and I'm obviously technically deficient because I locked us out a second ago.
Yeah, we lost you. We had you and then we went on. Give me 1 second here.
Okay. And do you see the?
Okay, we're doing amendment. Okay, Ms. Miller, could I get you to raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this cause shall be the truth so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Okay, Mrs. Miller, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of James Ferguson Miller. Do you recognize that as being his will?
I do.
And I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you, is that his signature on that document?
Yes, it is.
After the date he made this will on June 24th of 2004, did he ever change it or revoke it?
No, he didn't.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Deussler.
Well, Judge, you've covered most of the area already. Ms. Miller, the only thing I'm going to ask you then is everything that we've stated in the application for probate true and correct?
Yes, it is.
And we've determined that there is no need to have an independent executor appointed for the will. We simply need to have the will probated as immutable of title, and there are no debts against the estate. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right.
Okay, do you have a proof of death and other facts there?
We do. And
Ms. Miller, is everything in that proof true and correct and within your personal knowledge?
correct, is that right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
All right.
And
If
then
you'll let me know when it's notarized, Mr. Deussler, please.
Okay. She's going to sign the proof of death as well as the oath of no debts. If you'll sign that for me right there, Ms. Miller.
All right.
Okay. All right. She has signed the proof of death and she's now signing the oath. All right. You can have a seat there. Remember, my secretary is notarizing those as we speak. Does it look like we're going to be continuing it this way for a while?
No, I plan on, when am I planning on? going?
December 1st.
December 1st, we're going back to in-person hearings.
Okay.
Now, to the extent that you have a witness who is out of town or needs to appear via Zoom, we'll still accommodate you.
Okay. So we'll have the best of both worlds. Okay, both of the documents have now been signed and notarized, and the court has been furnished with a copy of them previously.
All right, Mrs. Miller, I have signed the order admitting the will to probate as immuniment of title. Mr. Dusler is going to e-file those documents you just signed and had notarized with the county clerk, and he'll be able to guide you through the rest of the process. So I hope everything goes well and you take care of yourself.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
You'll have a seat right over there. Ms. Charles, if you'll come sit down over here, you'll be next. Okay. It's right there in the same chair. All right. And this is Mrs.
Good
Bobby
morning, Ms.
Charles.
Charles.
Morning.
All right, Ms. Charles, could I get you to raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in connection with the probate of the will of Joseph Nelson Charles will be the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Joseph Charles. Do you recognize that as being his will?
Yes.
And I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you if that's his signature on that document.
Yes, it is.
And after the date he made this will on April 29th of 2004, did he ever change it or revoke it?
No.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Ditzler.
All right. You're Bobby Jean Charles, is that correct?
Yes.
And Ms. Charles, we filed for the application to have his will probated as immutable of title. We've determined that there are no debts against the estate, is that correct?
Right.
And that there is no need to actually have an executor appointed for the estate, that will be able to handle all of the matters just with the probate as immutable of title, is that correct?
Correct.
Now, is everything that we've stated in the application and in the proof of death and other facts true and correct?
Correct.
And we ask the court to sign the order today approving that.
Yes.
Okay. And I've got the proof of death and the oath of no debts, and I'm going to ask her to sign here, please. Ma'am, if you will, state your full name right there.
John says 2.
Okay, and one more right there.
We can do the one with the ad litem first.
He's doing mental hearings today.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So he's
Okay, let me read this report.
All right, sir. We have the proof of death and the oath of no debts against his estate. They've both been signed and notarized.
Right, Mrs. Charles, I have signed the order admitting the will to probate as immuniment of title, and Mr. Dusler will guide you through the rest of the process. You take care of yourself.
Okay.
And if you need anything, Mr. Dusler, give me a call. Y'all have a great week.
Will do. Thank you,
Thank
Judge.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. So ladies, we are good to go here today. And
I didn't have to be nervous.
no.
Okay. I'm on order on the item fee. Good morning, Mr. Johns. Can you hear me? You're not muted, Mr. Can you hear me? Can you check the volume?
Can you test your microphone and speakers? We may have to come back to you.
Hello?
Gotcha.
Finally, yes. Oh, God, hard times over here. So Judge, I'm ready to go. I got 2 cases. Whenever you want, I'm ready.
Okay, on the Moore estate, were you still doing Edmund Petrie?
No, Petrie won't show. It's another gentleman.
Okay, and what's his name?
Let me get my assistant. She can tell you. Just one second. I'll get it. Okay.
Did the ad litem refile their report?
No, I have not seen it. And we're talking from Rocky Laudermont?
Yes.
Okay, no, I have not seen. Oh, let's see.
Thanks.
think Rocky's in court today, isn't he?
Yes, he's doing mental hearings.
Okay. Yeah. Carolina?
Amended report.
We substituting.
And,
What's his name?
see.
Byron Mansfield is the
Okay.
substitute. Not yet. You're right. Oh, he did file it.
Yes, we found it. He did file it. Thank you. Judge will be right back.
Okay, yeah. Okay. All right. Get to the more in first.
Yesterday, to let me know. But. One of the witnesses that we originally had is not in the minute. We've got another one, and Rocky amended his report, and Melissa's gonna put it out.
Okay.
Witness.
Okay, well, they've got a guy out there.
Good morning, Judge. Here.
Mr. Moore, you need to sit in.
I can hear you. I'll be right with you as soon as they bring the amended report back, okay?
Okay, thank you,
Mr.
Judge.
Man, okay, Mr. Jackson, sit there, Mr. Man, so you sit over here with
Yeah.
Mr. John.
Technical difficulties. Yeah.
And you can pull your mask down, because he's gonna. I'll be right there.
Okay. Should stay out of Washington. Might have. That's what I think. We're in court. Think we can carry.
Okay, so, let's see, Mr. John, so do you have, Edmund Petrie and Byron Mansfield? Is that who you have as well?
Yeah, Byron Mansfield and one other,
Mr. Jackson.
Joseph Jackson.
Jackson.
Okay,
Okay.
all right, and you are Gregory Moore?
Yes, sir.
All right, is there any way you could get all three of them into the camera view so I could swear
Yes,
them?
you can. They gotta slide in here together. We're good.
Yeah.
There you go. We got them.
Okay, gentlemen, if I could get you to raise your right hands, please. Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in connection with the application for administration of the estate of Charles Wesley Moore Sr. shall be the truth, so help you God?
Yes. Yes, sir.
All right.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Johns.
All right, we're gonna take Mr. Mansfield first. Mr. Mansfield, state your name for the record.
Byron Kent Mansfield.
Okay, and Byron, did you know the decedent Charles Wesley Moore?
Yes.
And you know that he passed
Mansfield,
away-
could you move into the screen, please?
Okay, yeah. There you go.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. And you knew the decedent, is that correct, Charles T. Moore, is that right?
Correct.
Charles Wesley Moore, okay. And he died here in Jefferson County, Texas.
Yes.
And you knew that he had children here in Jefferson County, Texas. That's correct?
Correct.
You know, recall the names of his children to be
Pam, Kim, Greg, West.
okay, so we're gonna go down the list. Pamela Brown, Gregory Moore, Wesley, and Kim, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And we say you call him Wesley, it's Charles Wesley, correct? And how long did you know these children?
Life.
For your life?
Love better.
Okay,
Love
all right. And you know, Gregory, who's asking to be appointed as administrator of his father's estate, you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you don't see the reason why he shouldn't serve?
No.
Okay, and you knew that Mr. Moore married, but you knew that he had never been remarried or divorced or anything like that.
Correct.
Okay, I passed the witness. I have the same questions for Jackson. What's your first name, Mr. Jackson?
Joseph Jackson.
Joseph. And you knew the Moore family, is that correct?
Yes, my whole life.
And that's Charles Wesley Moore.
Yes.
And we say your whole life for over 30 years, you've known this family. For a long time, okay? And we have the children being Charles Moore, Gregory Moore, Pamela Moore, and Kim Moore. And that's the children that you knew to be of the marriage between Charles Wesley and his wife, his one-time wife. Is that correct?
Right. I didn't know she died in 1980.
Okay, that's the only thing you didn't know.
That's all I didn't know.
All right. And then you say you knew them, you grew up down in the neighborhood, or you just knew them associated as friends? Is that?
We all grew up in the same neighborhood because
Okay.
it was different ages, and everybody knew everybody's parents,
Okay.
and it was a well-knit community because.
And just as an aside, I grew up in that neighborhood too, and I knew most of these people too. Okay. All right. There's no further questions for this witness. The applicant is Gregory T. Moore. He's the son of the deceased, is that right? And you've seen the proof of death and you've read this document? Sure. Okay, all of the statements in that proof of death are true and correct? And so your father died here in Jefferson County, Texas, February 15th of what year? 2021?
2021.
Yeah.
Coldest winter
This year,
that we
this year.
get.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
this year. Okay.
Yes,
And
sir.
there's no reason why you couldn't serve. Okay. And you know, that's all we have at this time.
Okay, you've read that. Other facts, Mr. Moore?
Fact.
The facts.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, everything in there is true and correct and within your personal knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you'll go ahead and let me know when their proofs are notarized, please, Mr. John.
Okay. Sign and notarize now.
Here, John can sign it.
Here.
That's
Sign.
yours.
Is it blue? No.
Mr. Moore, you live in Killeen?
Yes, sir.
You are you in the military?
A retired military, full-time minister. Yes, sir.
Well, that's quite a change in occupations.
Yes, sir, it is.
I
It's
guess
a
you're
wonderful
working
change, though.
in spirit now.
Oh, and the proof.
Okay. Sign them.
Right here.
Your Honor, we have those signed and we will email them, e-file them today as soon as possible.
Oh, y'all need to sign my book.
All signed up, Your Honor.
You're all done?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Moore, I have signed the judgment declaring heirship and the order authorizing independent administration of your father's estate. Please make sure that you cooperate with Mr. Johns in getting him a listing of the assets of your dad's estate because he's got 90 days from today to file what's called an inventory appraisement and list of claims with the court. But what he's gonna do is as soon as his next hearing is over, he's gonna e-file the documents y'all just signed with the county clerk. He'll then be able to get you your letters of administration. Those letters are gonna give you authority to act on behalf of the estate. So if you need to deal with financial institutions, real estate title companies, anything like that, you'll use those letters to do so. So I hope everything goes well, and I thank you gentlemen for coming in to act as disinterested witnesses. And I guess, Mr. Johns, we can go ahead and go to the estate.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. Okay. All right, you guys can exit and I'll bring the next person in. All right, thank you. Take care.
Thank you so much, sir.
Take care. What you don't need to visit with me. Yeah, it's been a
Thank you,
thousand years.
Thank you.
All right,
I'm gonna have to let you.
okay. Then I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. I mean, couldn't believe it. Gilbert, come on in, have a seat over here. You have to come around over here. Everything's video now. Have a seat right here.
All right, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, good, good. Okay. Your Honor, we have Mr. Gilbert here.
Okay, give me a second. I'm reading this letter from Michelle Gilbert. It's going to take me a second.
All right, take your time. I'm with you.
Okay. You are Harold Lynn Gilbert?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you'll raise your right hand, please, sir. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
And Mr. Gilbert, I'm going to hold up a letter which purports to be from your sister, Michelle Gilbert. Is that her signature on that document?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, and did she determine that it was in her best interest to opt out of serving as, or to decline to serve as executrix of your mother's estate?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to show you what purports to be the last will and testament of Rita Gilbert. Do you recognize that as being her will?
Yes, Judge.
And I'm going to go back to the signature page. Ask you, is that your mother's signature on that document?
Yes, Judge.
And after the date she made this will on February 10th of 2015, to your knowledge, did she ever change it or revoke it?
No, she hadn't, Judge.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. John.
Thank you, Your Honor. State your name again for the record as Harold Lynn Gilbert, is that correct?
Yes.
And your mother was Rita Gilbert?
Yes.
And your mother passed away here in Beaumont, Jefferson County, Texas?
Yes.
At the age of 88, correct?
Yes.
And the judge showed you a will, and again, as far as you know, she never did anything, changed it, or made a codicil, or did a new will, as far as you know. That's the will that you're aware of.
Yes.
And that was her signature.
Yes.
Okay? There is no reason for you not to serve as the administrator of your mother's or executor of your mother's estate, correct?
Correct.
She named you, and you're willing to serve, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And you've seen this proof of death and other facts, is that right?
Yes, I did.
And you've had opportunity to read this, understand it,
Yes.
and all the things contained in this proof of death, true and correct.
Correct.
I have
All
no
right.
further
Go ahead
questions.
and sign this proof and let me know when it's notarized, please.
Here you go. Sign this.
Okay, Mr. Gilbert, once I sign the order admitting your mother's will to probate, Mr. John's going to e-file the documents you're about to sign with the county clerk. He'll then be able to get you letters testamentary. Can you hear me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
We're looking at you now.
Okay, those letters are what you're going to use to show your authority to act on behalf of your mother's estate. So you'll be able to marshal the assets of her estate and distribute them in accordance with the terms of her will. Please make sure that you cooperate with Mr. Johns in getting him a listing of the assets of your mother's estate because he has 90 days from today to file an inventory with the court, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, Judge.
Okay, it's been notarized.
All notarized, Judge.
All right, I have signed the order admitting the will to probate. I hope everything goes well. Let me know if you need anything, Mr. Johns.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Okay.
May we excuse?
Print and sign.
Okay, Ms. Gregory.
She has two as well,
Yeah, who's Ms. Warner? I don't believe I recognize that one.
out of Houston.
Oh. I gotta go to Golden Pass as soon as I'm finished here.
Okay, all right.
Thank you, though.
Which one she has first?
Good morning.
Morning, Judge.
Hey, which one are you gonna do first?
Gillum.
Okay, Ms. Gillum, can I get you to raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, Ms. Gillum, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Kenneth J. Gillum. Do you recognize that as being his will?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to go back to the signature page and ask you, is that his signature on that document?
Yes, it is.
And after the date he made this will on August 15th of 2017, did he ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Gregory.
You are Ruth Gillum, and you're here today to probate the estate of Kenneth J. Gillum. Yes, that's correct. Prior to coming to court today, you had an opportunity to read the proof of death and other facts, and all those statements are true and correct. Yes. They're correct. And you're asking the court today to name you as the independent executrix of this estate. Yes. Correct. Get you to sign your proof. Judge, she has signed proof and oath.
Mrs. Gillum, I have signed the order admitting Kenneth's will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue letters testamentary that will give you authority to act on behalf of the estate. Ms. Gregory will talk to you about the preparation of what's called an inventory. But otherwise, I hope everything goes well. She'll be able to get those letters for you as soon as she e-files those documents you just signed with the county clerk. But I hope everything goes well. I'm so very sorry for your loss.
Thank you very much.
All right, Mrs. Gregory, we'll go on to your next case.
Okay. Yes, if you'll come over. Yes. Thank you. I need you to move over to this chair. Oh. Thank you, Lou, and good luck in your travel. Okay, Judge.
Good morning, Ms. McCullough.
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
I'm doing well. Could I get you to raise your right hand, please?
Yes, sir.
You swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in the probate matter styled Margaret Lee Guillory deceased shall be the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Okay, Ms. McCullough, I am going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Margaret Lee Guillory. Do you recognize that as being her will?
Yes, sir, I do.
And I'm also going to go back to the signature page and ask you, is that her signature on that document?
Yes, it is.
And after the date she made this will on November 19th of 2019, did she ever change it or revoke it?
No, sir.
Okay, go right ahead, Ms. Gregory.
Hey, you're Charlene McCullough, and you're here today to probate the estate of Margaret Lee Guillory. Prior to coming to court today, you had an opportunity to read the proof of death and other facts, and all of those statements are true and correct to the best of your knowledge. Correct. Is that correct? And you're asking the court today to name you as the independent executrix of this estate. This morning. Judge, thank you for your leadership during all this COVID stuff.
No, thank you, Ms.
Appreciate it. He has signed both the proof and the oath.
All right, Ms. McCullough, I have signed the order admitting your mother's will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue letters testamentary. Make sure that you cooperate in getting the assets of your mother's estate because she has 90 days to file an inventory with the court. But otherwise, I know she'll guide you through the process well, and I hope everything goes smoothly and y'all have a great rest of your week.
Thank you, Judge. Appreciate it.
Hey, Mrs. Warner.
It's the same,
Mr. Warner.
I think it's a husband and wife or,
Okay, they're both self-proven.
yes, and it's the same applicant.
Same applicant.
Okay, it says I'm connecting.
Okay. And make sure your camera's on, Jenny.
I don't know how to do that.
Go to the bottom. There should be
I see somebody.
do you see where it says video at the bottom? There should be a little camera.
Bottom left-hand side, if you move your cursor along the bottom left-hand side, you should see an icon for a video camera, and you'll need to enable that, please. You need to make sure if whatever device you're using has any kind of covering over the camera, that is uncovered.
Jenny, you're still connecting to the audio. Okay. Uh-oh, what happened? You disappeared.
I know.
Well, you can hear her, can't you?
I can hear her. She's on my phone. She's on my desktop phone.
Oh,
What happened? Join.
are you showing anything? Do you still see him out there?
That's connecting.
Okay, she's reconnecting, Your Honor. Sorry about this. This is her first time ever. Okay, Jenny, you look like you're back on. There's a little, do you see the icon with, it's got a little, like a microphone and a camera. And it says that both of those are blocked out right now. So you cannot be heard and you cannot be seen. You need to unblock those.
Touch, are you on a touch screen? Is she on a touch screen device?
What kind of, you're on a touch screen device?
Okay, tell her to touch the screen she's on, and the top right-hand side should say unmute.
Okay, touch the top screen on the right, and it should tell you, it should say mute or unmute. See the little square that has your name on it?
That's on my bottom left-hand corner is the microphone with the line.
Yes.
Unmute.
Yes, click
and
that.
I touched it, but nothing happened.
Okay, go
Okay,
to
let's see.
your name. Do you see the box that says Jenny Kelly?
Yes.
Okay, she's gonna need to touch the top right-hand corner of her screen.
Go to the top, go to where it says Jenny Kelly, and touch the right top corner. There should be a little blue box with some dots on it.
Okay.
You see that?
All right.
Touch it.
Unmute my audio.
Touch that.
Okay, I did, and I got a little screen pop up. Unmute my audio.
Okay, click it.
And start my video? No?
Yes, start video. Start video. That'll put you on the screen. We can see it, so we can see you.
Okay. Did it do?
No, you're still muted. You're still muted, and your video is still. Did you touch that right hand blue square?
Above my name?
Yes.
Unmute my video.
Yes. That's what you want to do.
My audio. I did that and it goes away. Start video.
Make sure that your computer is not muted. There should be a little speaker key at the top of your keyboard.
Can you hear the judge?
Speaker key is not muted.
Do you see look at your keyboard. There's a little thing that looks like a megaphone at the very top on the right.
He was coming up in the you had to take off, run it out.
Can you hear me now?
I can only hear you on the phone. You're not on the computer. Do you see, the problem is, look on the screen and your name is there, but those little lines are still there showing that you're muted and your video is not on.
Come back on Friday. You have to go.
No, I'm gonna need about 45 minutes to get down there, and I have to be there by 11, so.
It's not working. This is working. Unmute my audio. I did that. Unmute my audio. I did that. Unmute my audio. Start my video.
Oh, you know what though? Okay, you're not gonna have video because you don't have a camera.
Yeah, I have a camera.
You do have one? Are you on a laptop?
On a laptop.
Okay, so you have a camera. Hmm.
Yes, in Nelson's office. I think she called, she was in.
Okay, so nothing's happening when you hit the mute, when you hit that little mute thing down below or the stop video, nothing happens.
Nothing happens, no. Select the camera. Select the camera.
Hmm. Well, so you see your name there, right?
Yes.
Okay. And do you, I mean, I see where there's a little microphone with a line through it, and you're telling me nothing happens when you touch that?
No, nothing happens.
Huh. Okay, well, now you're gone completely.
Now I'm on, yeah, there we go. Joining again. Says meeting host will let me in soon, but I'm not in yet.
Okay, well, the judge left the bench. I don't know if the clerk's still there.
Okay. Connecting.
Okay, you're back in.
All right.
Try it again. Try to hit that mute button and the
Try to hit that mute button.
and the camera. Because they should just immediately open up as soon as you touch them.
Nothing happened.
Okay, let me call the IT group to see if they can help.
I'm getting you over the computer.
Yeah. Well, oh, that's over my phone.
Well, that's over my phone.
Nothing came back on, still not working.
Your Honor, for some reason, she is just not, I don't know what the problem is. She's never done Zoom before, so I don't know if her, and we've got it downloaded and everything.
Let's do this, Ms. Varner. Are you going to be in the office Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have hearings Friday morning.
Okay.
And let's go ahead and put you back on the docket for then. That'll give her an opportunity to learn how to use it or to figure out what the technical difficulties are with her.
Okay. That's
device.
a good idea. All right. Jenny, do you hear that?
We were changing it to Friday.
Yeah, can you do Friday?
Sure.
Okay. What time, Your Honor?
I think we're scheduled for 9 o'clock that morning.
Okay.
So
Is 9 o'clock again? Okay, Jenny?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that. I'll work with you to try to figure out why it's not working for you.
Okay.
Something's, I don't know what's going on, but we'll go through a run through and we'll try to figure it out.
okay, Ms. Varner, if you have any questions between now and then, please call Melissa in my office.
I sure will. I have her email.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Your Honor. Sorry about this.
Here.
Okay, bye-bye.